Well, it's that time of the week again where we get to talk about brand new VR games coming out this week, brand new VR games coming out next week, and of course some of that juicy VR gaming news. As always, if you enjoy these videos, smash like and subscribe if you are new. I know a ton of you are out there watching without being subscribed, so let's fix that today. But before we dive into that, I want to thank today's channel sponsor, Exoshock. I played Exoshock at GDC and it left a strong impression on me. The combat is visceral, the shooting feels fluid and kind of weighty. The AI is actually pretty reactive as well, really adapting to the way that you play. It's gritty, grounded, co-op shooter with up to 4 players. With chunky weapons, immersive visuals, and a tight, cohesive atmosphere, Exoshock really stands out as something that I think you need to keep your eyes on. This really is one of those games that highly focuses on having like a really nice atmosphere, as well as those gunplay mechanics being freaking dope. And there is a link in the description to their Discord, so if you want to check out and learn a little bit more about this game, then click that and go join their community. Not only that though, they have slots for playtesters in there as well, so if you want to playtest this and check this game out early, then get in there now, join the Discord, join the community, and maybe get a chance to play it for free yourself right now. Massive thank you to Exoshock and best of luck for them for their release later this year. Go check it out. Thank you for sponsoring the video. And now let's get into our new VR games this week. First up on the list, we have Beatable. Now this one actually took me by surprise, as I'm not massively into my rhythm games outside of things like Pistol Whip and some other little games that have probably caught my attention along the way, but nonetheless, not a massive fan. Well, when it comes to Beatable, this one actually took me by surprise. This one's kind of fun. It's hand tracking only. You clap, slap your table, click your fingers, and move around to the rhythm of the beat, and actually it kind of hooked me a little bit. I spent probably about an hour when I only intended on spending about 20 minutes in this game just to check it out, and I was kind of hooked. So I can see why this one is going to be kind of one of these ones that might take people by surprise. It doesn't look great on the surface. I feel like that's probably the problem with this game, but when you get in there, this is actually a really solid experience. And I mean solid. The hand tracking is very, very good and consistent in this game, and it's genuinely quite impressive. Not only that, but this is one of those rhythm games where you're not going to get sweaty. It's not a workout. It's really just you clapping and slapping and hitting your desk. So it's kind of fun for that as well, whereas it's a bit more chuck on, chuck off than jumping into something like Beat Saber and trying to do an expert plus, you know, sweating so bad you need to go get a shower. Next up, we have Sid Meier's Civilization 7 VR. Now, the world's longest title in virtual reality, factual. It's it might even be too big for me to put on screen. Nonetheless though, this dropped this week and we got our first look into this. Now, here's some things. I think this game looks pretty damn good on a Quest. Not incredible, but pretty damn good. Have they done a good job of porting this over to virtual reality? Yeah, actually they've done a pretty decent job of bringing it over to virtual reality. But here's where the question really lies for me, and that is, should all games get a virtual reality treatment? And in my opinion, the answer is probably no, and this unfortunately sits in that sort of place for me. Now, the thing is, I actually like Civilization, but do I want to play it in virtual reality all the time? Not really. You know, I'm more of like, I want to be in and immersed and lost in an experience type of gamer. So for me, seeing in Civilization really just felt like I was getting neck strain from looking down, and then if I move the board up, which you can do, it sort of then really just, I felt like I wasn't as immersed in it. So it's either have neck strain or be not as immersed. So it's really, really a tough situation for me. Personally, I walked away from it thinking, why would I play this on a VR headset over just sitting on my PC and playing it? And unless the answer is I don't have a PC and this is the only way I can play it, I don't think I would play it any other way than just getting on my PC and enjoying it. I mean, it was kind of novel for a little bit, but at the price tag for this game, I just can't easily recommend that you go out and buy this game. So yeah, it really did beg the question of, should everything come to virtual reality? And as a VR guy, I shouldn't be saying this, but no, not everything should be getting the VR treatment. And this for me is one that I think they didn't really think through before making. Next up, we had Resist drop on the PSVR 2, and you guys, high five to you all, because you just got a freaking treat. And oh my god, this game is dope. If you own a PSVR 2, first of all, get this game, it's bloody awesome. Second of all, what's it about? Well, in this game, you are going to literally become like a freaking cyberpunk Spider-Man, swinging around a city on some of the most incredibly sort of physics-driven freaking web-slinging action. And not only that, but you get some dope guns, you're going to be fighting drones, mechs, and various other kind of things, as well as a full-on story campaign that runs right the way through this, and just gorgeous visuals. This game starts in an incredible way, and it honestly finishes in an incredible way as well. I love this game to pieces. I think it's an absolute no-brainer pickup. After jumping in there, it looks absolutely stunning on the PSVR 2, especially with the epic controllers that we get with the PSVR 2. Always jealous whenever I use my PSVR 2 that the fact that I don't have those controllers on every system. I love the adaptive triggers. Anyway, freaking get this game in your life. It's absolutely brilliant. No more needs to be said. Next up, we had Silent North drop this week, and well, it was a little bit too silent for me. I jumped in there for about an hour and a half to experience this game and really just wrap my head around whether this is going to be a freaking dope or nope. Now, personally, I really like DayZ. I spent a bunch of time in there way back in the day when it was first a thing, and I really like DayZ. So I was expecting to really like this game as well, because I kind of like the grind. I like the sort of, you know, the paciness of it. But in this, it just felt a bit too early out of the oven, let's just say that. This is, I would say, early access to a game, instead of really having any polish to it or really a feeling of direction to where this game is going. It just felt a bit too bare bones. From where I would be looting in houses, you know, an entire house and you get maybe 2 pieces of loot out of it, just didn't feel very satisfying. On top of that, you would sort of like have this interaction with the zombies, and the zombie AI is pretty dumb when it comes to AI. It's definitely no Saints and Sinners experience when it comes to zombies. Really, it just felt so bare bones with the Z's as well, which, you know, should be a critical thing and a massive selling point to this game, in my opinion. The gunplay feels good because, you know, this studio knows how to make good guns, so there's no doubt in that. But then I also interacted with 2 other players in the hour and a half that I played this game for, one of which I chatted to for a minute and felt pretty much the same way as me. Another one, well, tried to kill me, so I had to end their life. But nonetheless, this game is just really, for me, just too early out of the oven, and honestly, I don't think it got quite enough attention because those servers just felt kind of lackluster and empty, to me at least. Maybe the map's too big for the amount of players that are in it. I don't know, one or the other. There's a problem there, and for me, I just can't strongly recommend this game right now. VR gaming news. Next up, in a surprise announcement, we got an announcement for Besiege VR. Now, funnily enough, as we've been speaking about Civilization, I feel like Besiege might actually fall into the same problematic problem that I found with really Civilization, and it's the fact that I actually loved Besiege when it came out for PC. It's a game, in fact, there's probably still videos on my channel of me playing this game because it was a really fun game. In this, you're going to be building these cool ass machines as you unlock these different blocks that do different things, and you're going to build out eventually this giant mechanism that's going to freaking shoot, destroy, whatever you need it to do, ram its way through the missions to be able to complete them. Really fun, super satisfying game, but do I want to play in virtual reality is a big question of mine. Now, of course, as always, I need to actually play this game before I can make that opinion, because maybe they've done something with it that really makes it worth it and a reason to be immersed in this game outside of, you know, just being a straight port sort of thing to it. So for now, I'm kind of like, if you're interested in this, grab it on PC. It's really good. Does it need the VR treatment? I really don't know is the honest answer, but let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Next up is a game that I actually only found as I was researching today's video, and that is XR Gale. I think I'm saying that right, probably not. It's written on screen anyway, don't worry. This actually looks like a really interesting game to me. You are going to be flying around, gliding, I guess. This map, it looks kind of bare bones, but I actually just kind of like the idea of the mechanics of this game, so I'm really interested in learning a bit more about it. It really reminds me of this game that I used to play on my PSVR 1, and I cannot remember what the name of it is for the life of me, but you would fly around as like a bird and you'd have to fly around the city and do a bunch of stuff. It was actually a really cool game. If you know the name of that, please let me know in the comments down below, because maybe I need to re-experience it. But nonetheless, it just looks like an interesting game. You and up to 3 of your friends can get together, gliding around this map, doing a bunch of cool stuff, whether it's sort of like screwing with each other or just racing to get the best times. It just looks kind of interesting to me. So it piqued my interest. I just want to let you guys know about it too. Next up, Half-Life Alyx on standalone. Kind of. Well, this week we actually got some interesting news where a developer managed to port the first scene from Half-Life Alyx into a standalone. Now, it's quite impressive what has been done here, but let's get it right. You know, this is one scene out of the entire game, but it does kind of prove the concept that this could come to standalone in the future. But will it come to the Quest is a real question. I don't know if Valve is going to let this game come to Quest. If I'm being completely honest, I can't really see it. But it does mean that maybe, just maybe, if we actually do get the Deckard later this year, that maybe it will come standalone. I don't know. Either way, it's a really impressive feat of engineering that a developer managed to get even this part of the game onto a standalone headset. So props to them. It looks pretty cool to see it in, freaking on a Quest. And honestly, the world would implode if they actually made this happen. God, I would love to see Half-Life Alyx on standalone. I feel like it would be an incredible thing, and it's a game that I think every gamer should play at some point. So yeah, it would solve that a little bit. But is it going to happen right now? Probably not. Is Valve going to let it go to Quest? Probably not. But maybe in the future, who knows what will happen. Coming up next week. Well, this week we've got 2 games coming out, and the first one of those 2 is Gorn 2. Now, this is a game that I think we all bloody know by now. Everyone knows what Gorn is. This is a game where you absolutely just decimate a bunch of people in the most gruesome, brutal, insane way that you can possibly think of. It is a very visceral game. It's going to make you go, whoa, that was brutal. Fair bit. But nonetheless, this is Gorn 2, and I think they've done a fantastic job of actually bringing this into a second game. There is a lot to do in this game. Not only is there a lot to do, but they've really changed up how the campaign system works in this, making it really fun, interesting, and worth getting a second game, in my opinion, with a bunch of new weapons, a bunch of new feels to it, and honestly, just a really polished experience. So if you're looking forward to this, you should be. It's actually a really badass game from what I've played of it so far. And last is one that I'm probably not that excited about, Rival Stars Horse Racing. But hey, maybe this is your bag, I don't know. This is a horse racing game, so, I mean, need I say much more? Yeah, this is definitely not up my alley, but nonetheless, I know there's definitely going to be people out there that are going to be interested in this. I mean, visually it looked okay. I guess once I play this for myself, I can make an opinion and let you guys know next week, but I can already feel that I don't really care that much about riding a horse around, and I also weirdly feel like it might make some people motion sick. That up and down motion, if they do replicate that, can mess with your head, especially in a virtual reality headset, so it's be interesting to see how they tackle that. It's either going to feel really dead that you're not riding something, or it's going to feel awful. And there you have it, guys. That is going to do it for this week's wrap-up video of all the gaming news that you need in your friggin' life. Of course, man, massive thank you to you guys and girls for watching these videos. It really means a lot to me. It's so lovely that we've managed to be doing this now for just over a year. We've literally just ticked over a year of making these Friday videos every Friday. I think we've missed like 4, I think. No, 5. I think we missed about 5 across the entire time that we've been doing this. So not too bad. And honestly, I just want to say a massive thank you for all the support and love that you guys show these videos. Smash like if you enjoyed this. Of course, subscribe if you're new. Other than that, I'll catch you next week for some more awesome virtual reality news. Peace out. Bye.